Hey boys, welcome back to another Bleach by Soul video, and today we are going to be showcasing the brand new Machine Society Nemu. Very excited to do this because obviously, as you all know, and it's in the title, I've already clickbaited it, she is probably the new best technique character in the game. She's an absolutely stacked character, and I can't wait to showcase her in today's video. So if you guys are new here, make sure you do subscribe, smash the like button if you do enjoy the type of content me showcasing the characters. Now, normally with my kind of reviews slash showcases, I do make it a bit longer, I go more into depth. For this one, I don't really have the time, so I'm just going to be showcasing her in normal PvE play, just playing around with her, see how she is, and just overall giving you my opinions on this character. That being said though, let's actually break down the character herself. So Nemu is a technique Soul Ripper with the Hollow Kill ability, and she does come with a 12% recharge soul trait. Very good already at that. Then we look at her skills. She comes with 1 innate skill, and that is freeze resistance, which is very good. It just means you're immune to freeze. Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Really do like that. Then she has a 20% bruiser, which is increased normal attack damage, and then in addition to that, she also has 20% strong attack damage from the skill as well, 20% berserker. It does say 56%, but that is with the accessories and links that we do have on. Then she also has a 40% devastation, ensuring that her soul bomb does a lot of damage. And then she also comes with an increased team party buff, where if you are a technique attribute Soul Reaper, you're getting additional 20% strong attack damage. That's for your teammates, and that's for yourself. Very good, just additional damage. Really love to see that. And then she has Havoc, 20% increasing the range on all her strong attacks by 20%. Very, very good. Frenzy, ensuring that she's actually usable. Debilitator +5, so when you do actually paralyze, because you can paralyze in all of your attacks, they're going to be paralyzed for around 10 seconds. And then in addition to that, she also has increased status element chance against speed attribute hollows. So if you have killer advantage and you have attribute advantage, you're pretty much guaranteed to inflict the status element. In this case, it is paralysis. Now, I'm really starting to value this a lot, especially in the case where we have someone like 10 years later version of Rukia, where you actually want to take her into guild quest and pretty much you want to inflict the freeze. With the hard difficulty of guild quest coming out and the fact that weakening isn't as OP as it used to be, status elements like freeze and paralysis are definitely going to be the go-to for that. And the fact that she has an increased chance to inflict it just means she's overall a pretty good character, right? And that's not even to get into her kit. At the end of that, she has Sprinter +1 just to ensure that she has extra mobility, and basically makes her a bit fun, because if you don't have Sprinter +1, you're not really that usable, are you? So going into the build that we are going to be using today, now this is just for my normal PvE play. I would actually recommend most people do rock this. Essentially, we have the Zeta Pill to ensure that we hit any hidden enemies that appear in the quest. Then we also have the additional 20% strong attack damage coming from the Lieutenant's Badge with 30% SP. And then of course we have the Fortification Pill giving us 60% SP, minus 30% stamina, but it doesn't matter, and 30% focus. So very good. This is probably the best build you can go with for PvE type of content, especially when you can pretty much one-shot the boss. In this case, because our soul bomb does guarantee a paralysis, it doesn't really matter if we have a attention tower or not, because the boss is going to die after we do use that soul bomb. And as for the link, we have a 14 recharge Rukia, we have a Hallibell with another 14 recharge, and then we also have the Start giving us 12% recharge and 16% strong attack damage. Now you can rock other links similar to the Schoolboy Ichigo. You can rock him with the 12% recharge and 100% last ditch. A very good link. I'm also use that in co-op, which you will see later today. And then I also can use the TL Ichigo, which I don't need to use now because we're already one-shotting, so I just prefer the extra recharge. So that being said, let's take her into IZ, where we can see her strong attacks and see how good she is actually in gameplay. Alright, so here we go. So unfortunately, I had the auto turned on, but hey, it's fine, right? So first, let's showcase her normal attack string. It is a 4-hit nat string, just like that. Very clean. I do like that the final hit actually has a different visual, because you can actually see, if you look at the gun, she actually does flip a switch, and that's why it looks actually different on the 4th nat string, which I do appreciate. Her first strong attack is a 3000 length beam, which is pretty much the best SA1 you can get in the game. As you can see here, it pretty much just hits everything in front of her in a 3000 radius. Very, very good. Obviously, it is a bit linear, but it's still the best strong attack. If you line it up properly, you can make sure you pretty much hit most of the enemies in front of you. Her second SA is a 960 in front of her, so you do that right there, and you pretty much guaranteed to again hit everyone in front of you. A 960 red is very, very good, by the way. You could see there that we hit the enemies in front of us, and then we also hit the enemies behind us, so very good SA2 as well. Again, also the best SA2 in the game. In a sense, it's also the second best, because if it had the added vortex like the 5th anniversary Byakuya, it would have been perfect, but it's still a very good strong attack. You can't complain about having this type of strong attack. Like, look at this, boom, and we pretty much guaranteed to hit 3 waves right there. SA1 does the job, and then our SA3 is a charge attack. So without charging up, it's a 900 AoE in front of her, I believe. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's basically a normal strong attack 3. It's not bad. Now, because it is actually in front of her, it's pretty good, right? Essentially, the SA3 in front of you, when it isn't charged, is actually a lot better than the one around them, because even if you don't charge it, you can still hit a pretty decent amount of enemies. As you can see here, we can do this, do that, we hit the enemies behind us, and we actually hit 2 waves. Obviously, when you do charge up, it becomes a lot better, and we're going to do that right now. So it only takes a couple seconds to charge up, and then you get into the perfect position, and you do that, and you pretty much wipe out everything in front of you that obviously is in the radius. I believe it's a 1,000 something. I think it's actually close to 1.2k. Very good SA3 as well, and that's basically her entire kit. And then we can choose SA2 right here. We did actually paralyze because we have an increased chance to inflict the paralysis, and then right there we can choose our soul bomb, which I really do like. The animation, oh, I skipped it. I'm gonna have to showcase that in a minute, but I do like the animation for her soul bomb. It actually kind of resembles her 1,000-year Blood War form, where she kind of is counting up. She's counting a percentage, if that kind of makes sense. I'll showcase what I mean when I actually showcase the soul bomb again. Alright, so what we're going to do now is just try and speedrun it, right? So let's go here, SA2. There we go. Did wipe up a decent amount of enemies, and then we positioned our SA1 right there. We could have actually charged the SA3 to actually do a bit of extra damage, but it's fine. We're going to use the SA3 here and hopefully wipe out a couple waves. Look at that. Beautiful. SA2, very easily done. I'm actually going to use my SA1 here and then nuke. Alright, so let's get past these guys. Hopefully we don't choke our soul bomb. So speaking about our soul bomb, you can see here that the power is charging up 50, 80%. She kind of does that in her 1,000-year Blood War form, where she's charging up her soul, whatever that kind of attack she does for her soul bomb in the 1,000-year Blood War form. So I kind of think that's some kind of reference. I want to hope it is, because it's kind of cool. And then, okay, we actually really choked here, so let's rerun that. Alright, so there we go. Yes, I just reset because I took damage, but it doesn't matter. So SA2 right there, and then we're going to use our SA3 without charging up, and we still hit. I think if I positioned actually a lot better, it would have actually been more successful in actually clearing that wave right there. But you can see right now, for single player content, she just cleans up. SA1 right there. Did we actually... Okay, we didn't paralyze, but it doesn't matter. And we can use SA2. We don't even have to use our soul bomb to clear the single player boss, which is normally why I don't rock a tension tie. You don't need tension ties for single player content, especially IZ like this, where you can pretty much just use 2 strong attacks and pretty much wipe them out. So our clear time was looking 41 seconds. That's actually pretty good. I wasn't the fastest right there, but it's considerable. If you care about clear time, this is the character, probably the best character to actually clear the fastest outside of TLA Soifon if you do have a max transcended. So what we're going to do now, we showcased it in single player IZ. Now I want to get into the big boy showcase. Showcase her in IZ in co-op, where I'm going to be carrying free Kenpachis, and overall we're just going against harder enemies where you can actually showcase their strong attacks a lot better. Alright, so we are in the co-op lobby right now. Hopefully some Kennys can join. While I wait for someone to join, let me quickly showcase the build we are going with. So we have a tension type because we are going against co-op enemies. We probably should rock it. I don't think we need it, but just might as well have it. Then we have a fortification build again, 60% SP, 30% focus. Very good accessory right there. And then we also have the Lieutenant's badge giving us 20% strong attack damage and also 30% recharge. Pretty good. I think I can actually replace this for a Zeta Port and it might be better. But I'm just going to go with this right now. Then we have the Stark just to give us some extra strong attack damage and recharge. Also Ichigo, strong attack damage, recharge, very good links. And then we have this Ichigo right here giving us 12% recharge and 100% last ditch, which is definitely the go-to because I need it, right? In co-op, you can die a lot. I don't like wasting revive candles, so just having that free revive is definitely a go-to link for me anytime I go into co-op with an SP character. Also, big shout out to Dark Fate, Formax, and Ragin. Hopefully that's his name right. Let's go. Alright, so my go-to strategy right here is to use the SA1 right there. It does a decent amount of damage, SA2, and then at that point, we're just going to charge up our third to hopefully hit everyone in front of us. So we cleared a couple waves right there. SA1 doesn't kill everyone, but it's fine. They are co-op enemies, and that you can see the chance to inflict the status augment, more specifically the paralysis against these hollow enemies, is very clutch. As you can see, certain times, and a lot of times you're actually going to see it, someone's going to spawn in, and they're going to be instant paralyzed, which I really do like. It's going to be good against the bosses, especially when you are carrying, and you're pretty much the only one doing the damage. So I really do appreciate that. You can see here, with the strong attacks that we do have, because she is kind of a ranged character, we can just sit back. Let the Kennys do all the damage. Technically, we're doing all the damage, but let them take the damage while we sit back and just use our SAs from a distance and just completely one-shot them, right? Now, keep in mind, I only have her at level 5 SP, but it's perfectly fine with what I want to do. I am actually able to carry the Kennys quite reasonably. Like, I'm not even dying. Normally, my go-to carry was actually Nini, but this Nemu definitely is going to replace it, especially in this week where we are going against hollow bosses, as you can see right there. We already paralyzed them, so that skill is coming in clutch, paralyzing the bosses straight away. We're going to use the SA3 right here. And again, paralyzing the bosses, lads. That extra chance to inflict the paralysis is definitely a very good skill when it's on a good character like this. You really do appreciate it. Because you can see right there, like, the 2 bosses that spawned in didn't even attack the Kennys. The Kennys are staying alive because they aren't getting hit by the boss. It overall just means that I'm having an easier time because the Kennys are actually the ones getting all the hits in. And then we can just charge the first strong attack. And look at that. Look how easy this is. This is a 1 out of 5 character at level 5 SP, and we're clearing it with ease, lads. Loving it. So what I'm going to do here, because the boss spawns in straight away, SA1, can we paralyze? We did. Look at that. SA3, the Kennys are still alive. We're going to use our Soul Bomb right there, and then use our SA1, and just let the Kennys finish up. For some reason, this guy's using his Soul Bomb like it did anything. Don't know why he did that, but... Dark Fated Giant. Alright, there you go. So that was the showcase in the co-op IZ. I'm probably going to do another one with a different set of lads, just to showcase it, because we did get quite lucky there with the paralysis. Sometimes that's not always going to happen, but it definitely made this run a lot easier. And the clay time with, again, 1 carry were the ones doing most of the damage right here. What did we get? And we kept 2 Kennys alive, by the way, which I actually do like. 2-minute clear time in co-op IZ. Very, very good, by the way. Very, very good. So what we're going to do now is look at those pots too. We're going to go back into another IZ run, test her out again, and just see how she performs against, you know, the same enemies. But let's see if the Kennys that we had maybe made a big difference. Alright, here we are in another room. So again, same strategy. We're going to use the SA1 right here, SA2, and then charge up the third. And that way, you know, the Kennys were going to do some damage because we did paralyze them, and then boom, and that cleared a decent amount of waves. Unfortunately, I missed my SA1 right there. It was supposed to hit this wave and the enemy that I was supposed to hit originally, but it's fine. As you can see right there, we're doing perfectly fine, right? Shout out to the new lads that did join. I'm going to be carrying new lads to get these easy potions. So SA1 and then SA2 right there, and I'm going to charge our third and go over here, let the Kennys do some damage. There we go, and I completely messed that up. Oh god. That probably would have wiped out that wave and also the wave after. Like, oh, that was a bad SA placement. Alright, it's fine though, because, you know, we're paralyzing the enemies right there. Love it. Like I said, I mentioned it so many times in this video. The increased chance to inflict paralysis is very, very good. It comes in clutch a lot of times. Like, look at everyone just getting paralyzed. Very good. Alright, SA3. Did that hit the boss? Alright, we paralyzed again. Let's go. It makes clearing bosses so much easier if you can paralyze them. Especially in the case right now where the final bosses are actually hollows. It makes it easier. So SA1. This Aaroniero, by the way, is actually kind of a threat, because she has very good range on that, like a SA3 and stuff. It actually does hit you quite a few times, even though you think it's not going to. SA2, and then we paralyze. SA1 did kind of mess up there. Thought that enemy died, but it's fine. It's fine. Alright, so I think we can SA2 right here. There we go. SA3, we're not going to charge it. Oh, unfortunately, he didn't hit the guy on the right. If we charged it, it would have been good there, but it's fine. It's fine. So as you can see there, we messed up a few placements on the SAs, but, you know, it don't matter. We're still clearing just quick. I believe the average clear time for a character like this with the 3 Kennys, whether they're good or bad, is normally around 2 minutes with the accessories and stuff that I do have. SA1, we paralyze. Love to see it. We're going to charge up the third. When that's ready, I'm going to let it go, and then... Okay, we didn't paralyze any there, but that would have been funny. But we can use our Soul Bomb to guarantee the paralysis, and we use our SA2 to finish it up. This is a very good character. Like I said, potentially the best tech character in the game. She's so good. She is the long-awaited technique character that we've been wanting for a long time. Every tech character that comes out in the past just had something wrong with them. For example, Grimmjow. I think Grimmjow is a contender to be in there, but unfortunately he doesn't have Havoc. Havoc definitely would have been a good thing for him. And I also don't like Grimmjow's playstyle. Personally for me, I don't think he's good. Don't get me wrong, but I don't like his playstyle, so I don't really play as him as I used to. Nini is plagued with range collision, but I still think she's a pretty good character. She was, in my opinion, the best tech character until this Nemu came out. And we're going to have to wait and see for the new guild quest if they are nerfing characters with range resistance. We're going to have to wait and see how that plays out. And then also we have the Ginzu, who also was a contender for being the best tech character in the game. But unfortunately, again, they don't have Havoc. If they did, they probably would have been a bit better than this Nemu, because obviously they do have 2 killers. That being said, though, that was the video. Hope you guys did enjoy it. Unfortunately, I can't showcase this character in guild quest, but I will eventually when I can get around to it, because the holo guild quest isn't out right now. But I will say, when the holo guild quest does roll around, the ranged one, if you have her, she's going to be a good lead, because when the final boss eventually gets around to being a speed character, she's going to be the best lead. And also, if you bring 2 characters on the side that are also holo killers that are tech, they're also going to be very good, and it just means that you're increasing their strong attack damage too, because that team party buff is also buffing them. So overall, lads, a very good character. Hopefully you guys did enjoy the video. In the comments below, let me know what you guys think about this character. Did you pull her? How are you enjoying her? Let me know. I'm curious to know. But that being said, hope you guys did enjoy the video. I'm gonna end it here, so I'll see you lads in the next one. Peace.